Hey, welcome back, everybody, once again to the next generation God Chasers Fantasy Sports Leagues. How you like that? God Chasers Sports Fantasy Leagues. You guys are a part of the post COVID compilation of new leagues. Actually, probably during COVID was when we started doing a lot more leagues, only because I was bored during that time. But guess what? I'm glad you're a part of the competition now for the last at least 3 years that we've been doing this. 2 years for some leagues. Let's just get into the recap of what happened week 16 for the football leagues and what's going on mid-season for hockey and what's going on for basketball. Again, these are all the new generation leagues. We also have a video for the old generation leagues, which started back in 2000, many of them. So if you'd like to watch and follow along with what's happening in the new generation leagues, come along with me. We'll show you what's happening. All right, here we go. God Chaser Sports. I'm kind of following along with you. And let's just go right to the fantasy sports page. You see we got a lot of things happening in the football world over the weekend. Of course, my Buffalo Bills is a big deal. So shout out to the Bills for beating Dallas. No disrespect for you that like the Dallas Cowboys, but I do think they're a good team. I'm just hoping that the Bills continue their streak. Here we go. God Chasers Alpha. All right, let's see what happened last week. So the Horn Rates lost to me. Ha ha. Yahweh Mafia. And the Dog Pound beat the Apostolic Preacher. Post Mill and Steadfast were the two bye teams. So that's who we're playing against. I'm playing Post Mill, Steadfast against Dog Pound, and lo and behold, we are division rivals. Post Mill and I. And my division rival, Dog Pound, goes against Steadfast, the top seeded team of the league. Apostolic Preacher and Horn Rates, they got bumped out. And I do not feel sorry for them because that's the name of the game, elimination. So three of the division leaders, Cook It Up won it last year, but did not make the playoffs. He beat the Apostolic Preacher. Rising Sun, who is no longer with us, beat Absolute Truth, who also is no longer with us. All right, so Steadfast, Yahweh, Dog Pound, Post Mill. Let's see how that works out for this week. So far, I got a pretty good standing. All right. God Chasers, bravo. Okay, recap from last week. All right, first and second seeded teams, Helmet and Southie, no matchup, but Southie boy, nobody has made one move all year, continues his dominant scoring. I wonder if he had Jared Goff for that 5 touchdowns that game, no interceptions. So, anyways, Disciples 7-17 took out Cross Barrier, number 4 seed, who was pretty much inactive also all year. And then Mark Matt won, beating Nathan. Nathan is always a very competitive person in every league, so sorry to see him go, but that's the name of the game. And of course, we have an expletive on the road, so sorry for that. So here we go. Here's where the standings were. Southie and Cross Barriers, Cross is out. Mark Matt, of course, I just missed it. Points wise, I couldn't even come close to Mark Matt. And then Helmet Nathan Disciples took over, took out Cross Barriers. Mark Matt took out Nathan. So there you go. So that's going to be a great matchup this week 16. Mark versus Helmet, Southie versus Disciples. Anybody's game this week. Last year's champ, Nathan, beat Good Music. Neither one of them in the championship this year. Mark Matt seems to just be right one step behind everybody. All right. God Chasers, Charlie. Here we go. Championship bracket. Let's see who was in the running. Friars and Tundra Dog, 1 and 2 seed. They will be taking on the winners from first week divisional playoff. Filio Theos lost to Captain Comerica. And King, the champion last year, lost to the Becky Club. I don't know what that's all about. But here's your matchups. Tundra Dog versus Captain Comerica, which I think is a stellar matchup. But Becky and Fryer got the most points so far set up against each other. So this is really, really a good matchup, I think. Top teams in the running for the championship. And as you can see, the standings for the regular season, Friars, Captain Comerica were in the same division. They were neck and neck almost most of the season. And Captain Comerica lost 2 in a row. Otherwise, he would have been in that number 1 seed. But he's in it. The Tundra Dogs, 10 and 4. Thelios is in it. King and Thelios are out. Becky is in. So quite a different matchup here with a couple expansion teams we got, I think. As you can see, I was second to last this year. Not so good. Winner for this, King beat Friars, and then the defunct Trinity beat the Legendaries, which both of them are gone. All right. Let's go to God Chasers Delta. So, last week was a regular season finale. So only the top 4 teams made it to the playoffs. Yay, good for me, I won. And I beat Storm Chaser, who could have knocked me out if I would have lost. And I think Absolute Truth might have been right there. But lucky for me, I won out. Keeps me right there in the mix of the top 4 seeded. So I play the top seed Salvation Army and King Ware against the Power. And of course, 1 and 2, they were playing against each other last year. So they deserve their number 1 and 2 seed again this year because they're very, very active. Power 2 years in a row have been to the championship. And here's the standings. Salvation Army, King Ware, the Power. Dominant all year against almost everybody. And King Ware Salvation with the 5-game win streak going into the playoffs. And myself just squeaking right by. Even if I lost, even if they scored more points last week, I still would have won. Storm Chasers. Because I was 1 point ahead of Absolute Truth. But I won, so that doesn't matter. So there you go, all-time Power, Salvation. And last year was fourth place again. Hopefully I don't stay fourth place. Hopefully I'm in first place and I win it all. But we shall see. All right. God Chasers Echo. So week 15 was the championship bracket week, and I had the number 2 seed. Yes, Shazam, the number 1 seed. So then John smashed Winter Soldier, and God Squad took out Zeus, who pretty much had no performance. Interesting enough, Zeus beat out someone else for the division, and it could have been that person instead, but who knows? That was 71 points for Good. It still would have lost. Even if Good Music won the week before, God Squad would have defeated them. Anyways, God Squad, my divisional rival. Valiant effort, but I had 6 game win streak right there. 6 games. Kept me up on top there. God Squad, two losses. The last one was mine against me. And it's very close. New season, new quarterback again. 2 game win streak, but just short. Shazam, John, Winter Soldier, all in the same division. And Zeus, the sole winner of his division, and the only one in his division to go into the playoffs. Good Music was right behind Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier beat Good Music, so that put them over the top as far as wins and points overall. But here we go. Now we're going into the championship. So John and I faced head to head. God Squad and Shazam. So that's going to be, I think, a very decent matchup. And the winner last year, John beat Shazam. Joshua beat Ezekiel the year before that. John was third. I was fourth last year, and Joshua was third. Joshua did not make it this year. Or did he? Did he change his name? I have to look at that. I have to look at that later. All right. Echo, and now we have Jesus Freaks Cross Route. Here is Week 15 matchup, which was a championship bracket of the top 8 teams. So let's show you what for the results. Here's where all the top 8 came from. Division 1, Valley Vikings barely made it because of divisional wins against Rectum and wrecked them. Okay. Go Bucks should have been the division leader had not he won. He had 4 wins in a row. Still gotten in the playoffs. And Sackcloth was the one that squeaked in there, even though with the loss at the end of the game, end of the season. And Allen and Sure, Rossi, Cheddar all qualified. New season, just barely missed it. So that's two playoff misses for new season or new quarterback, whoever that is. Friars didn't make it. I didn't make it. Last year was Go Bucks beat the Friars. I was in third. Lightning beat Walter. And that kind of wraps up the God Chasers portion of that history. So Go Bucks versus the Friars 2. So this past week, number 1 beat 8. Number 5 beat 4. So Go Bucks will not repeat. The insurers are up on top. Sackcloth beat Rectum. Wrecked them. Wrecked M. I don't want to say it wrong. Friars is not in there. So the 2 teams from last year's championship will not play. Sackcloth And then Rossi defeated Valley Vikings, number 2 seed, which is, I think, an upset. But Valley Vikings was not participating, it appears. Sad but true. So this week, Allen plays Rossi, Sackcloth plays the Insurer. Very good. All right. And then this is not my league, but I like referring to it because a lot of these guys have played in my leagues too now. So Lightning beat the Valley Vikings, and Two Kittle beat Nickel. So Cram Champions versus Lightning, Two Kittle versus Walter Mitty, and these are the long-standing winners over the past few years too. The last, top six, but these guys are out. So it's a top four matchup, a true top four. Winners last year, Lightning, two in a row, Insurers, Lightning, all these guys very competitive against each other. But um, what's his name from the Insurers is not in, and Nickel is not in. So sad to see that, right? Nope. So that's it. The championship next week for that league. All right, let's get to hockey. Hacky, college football. Did I show you pro football, college football? I think, let me just go to it. The winner was GC Hounds. Congratulations. Dakota was second. Dogs third. I was fourth. Pretty sorry fourth, actually. Oh well. And then currently, pro football. Reds is on top by one game over third day. Idiot picker, sandwich makers, and I'm in eighth place. Pretty sorry this year for me. I missed a few weeks. I was not vigilant. All right, let's get to hockey. Hacky. You still see my forehead? I'm right here. Hi. God Chaser Sports, man. You know what? This has been fun. This is year 3, 2001. I think I pretty much started anew because I finished college and I was bored. I said, let's just see if I can start some new leagues here. 2001. All right, here it is. God Chaser Alpha Hockey League. Here's the current matchups, and I could win this one. It'd be nice. And Bishop might maintain his number 2 spot, commanding lead, 5-0 in the division. I'm 3-2, but 4-6 overall. Pretty sad. I Sir Jesus is 5-0 in his division, and a couple front runners here looking to come back. But yep, so Bishop Roberts is dominant. I Serve Jesus is right there. Both of them with the most moves in their consecutive divisions. So the champion last year was Ben Muckers over Tryon McDonuts. I Serve Jesus beat me 2 years ago. All right, Roberts third. So we'll see how that works out next year. Or this. We still got a ways to go. We're only mid-season here. Let's go to God Chasers Bravo. Possibly win this one. I'm in second place, leading my division by just a hair. And then Son of Thunder, who I defeated, is leading his division by a couple games. Looking good. 10-team league, 16 playoff. I won the first one, um, and I was third in the last year. But not year's champ, beat Ice Monkey. Here we go. All right, so let's go to Bravo Echo. Nope, let's go to Chaser Sports. This one will be considered Charlie eventually. All right, so looking pretty tight. Top two, Division 1 and Division 2. So both of them, they're pretty close. 1 through 4 is a pretty tight race. 6 pretty much mid-mark. So you got to be 5-0, got to win more than 5 games. Can't lose more than 4 in order to be in the running right now. So, but here we go. Last year's champion. Oh, this is a brand new league. Brand new league. All right, so Jesus Freaks cross check. Here we go. Pretty good. All right. Mort's the merrier. I like to play on words of the names of the players. So they're a pretty tight race of the top 4 teams in their division. Who's playing against who this week? All right, Victory and Jesus. So 1 and 2 are playing each other. That's a great matchup. All right, game of the week I would call it. Victory and Jesus commanding lead over their division, 6-0 as a matter of fact. Mort's is 5-1. So Division Two's got a long way to go. Got 2 inactive teams in that division, and this has a couple years history. How Hattrick beat Tom's Trainwreck. Saints beat Gretzky Lift. So I think I don't know if either one of them are even here. Saints, yes, right there. Gretzky Lift. I don't know where he's at. I don't see him. Might have changed the name. But I'm number 11. So hopefully I'm not going to stay number 11. All right, that was the cross check. This would be God Chasers Delta. So I could win this one. All right, I'm competitive in my division. 3-2, nobody's dominating in the division, and 2 games behind Nicholas. But the Go Habs, they're 10-0 overall. So after 10 weeks, that's a pretty good run. You go 10-0, you pretty much sure have a spot in the playoffs. TikTok's top team, 7-3 is right behind him. Number 3. This is a 16 league, so 16 playoff. So here we go. This is year 1 for this league. All right. Now let's go to the finale of the hockey leagues. God Chaser New Generation. There's only 6 teams. Everybody's made the playoffs already. But playoff position, does it matter? It will if you can be the first, second seed. That's about it. But 4 through 6, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, it's anybody's game. So Adam and Right Hand of God are tied in their division, and they're going head to head, and they're pretty even right there. So the winner of the division will get the bye. So, but the bottom feeders will they'll be lucky to get anything. There you go. So that's a recap of week 9, week 11. It's midweek of week 11 of hockey, and this is week 9 of basketball. So remember, coming up in basketball in a few weeks is going to be uh, the tournament, a couple months, not a couple weeks. So the tournament, you want to check those out. All right, God Chaser Basketball Alpha. Possible I can maintain my position as 6-2, one of the top seeds here. All right, so we got eight teams out of 14 that can make it, so can get competitive up into the top 8. Definitely the top 6. I was in the championship 2 years ago. We started this 2000. Roberts, and funniest guy. So Bishop Roberts, he's the guy. Watch out for. He is number 1 overall again. 7-1, 4-1 in his division. Just shows that he's not unbeatable. BLM, always right there. Either division leader or in the playoffs. He's right there. He picks good. He has a good draft. 9,000 points or better. Looks like they're going to seal the deal. If they do that, they continue on that streak. I'm at 8,300, so not too good. 2-2 in my division, but I'm 6-2 overall. So 4-0 against Division 2 rivals. If you don't mind me, I'm gonna find out who I beat. I lost to I beat probably maybe the Gothic Woodrow. That was a good win right there. My division rival. I needed that one. So it shows that he's beatable. His points are not that much higher. Sidewalk Ministries, however, that's the one you're going to have to watch in our division here. And funniest guy beat Emmanuel Zachariah. Okay. Hopefully I win this week. All right. That was God Chaser Alpha, God Chaser Bravo. Okay, evenly matched this week against Nifty Mr. Nathan. Good matchups. Good rivalries. 5 versus 1. We have an undefeated team, 8-0. Tyrone Shoelaces, KKY, Tip Top Team. Nathan, hopefully I beat Nathan. That could jump me up a little bit higher in the positioning. This is a 16 playoff out of 14 teams. This is one of those divisions that will be cutting out many people next year. Sweetness won last year against Titus. I don't see either one of their teams. Titus is on the bottom. And Joaquin beat Craig. I think because they were smaller leagues back then. I don't know. So, anyways, we are the ballers right here from 8 all the way up. And I give Glory Hoops a shout out because they do got some points there. 9 moves. So the top 9 for this championship. Sweetness won it last year. All right, go to Charlie. And I could win this one against a team that doesn't have any wins. Nothing to brag about. But I seem to be on a up and up again. The Dawn, I think I beat them. Somebody with the most points having a tough time trying to get themselves up on top. Let's go Mets, Debunkers, Voodoo, Dawn, Warriors. Winners from the last couple years. Celts Celtics beat the second best. I was in third place. Voodoo beat me. Dawn was in third place. And so that these guys are doing really well right now. Let's go Mets. Where's he at? Looks like he can still beat good music and keep on his undefeated streak. And my rise will continue. Looks like I'll jump over good music and Voodoo might help drop Thor's bombers down. So it looks like I can get up to the sixth position, maybe, after this week. Warriors are going to stay up, looks like. Anything can happen. It's only Wednesday. Games haven't started for Wednesday yet, so we're not getting too worried about basketball. This is only week 9. All right, here we go. This is Delta Water to Wine. I'm in fourth place. I could win this one again. Um, let's see where the good matchups are here. First and fifth. So Andy Roberts just might take out the fifth place, drop him. Nathan might drop Genesis. Philippians might drop Joaquin. And Wave might stay in number 2. So Roberts and Wave could stay in their spots as division leaders. So there's your playoff possibilities in the future. Winners from the previous years. I'm on first. Who's on second? No longer with the division, with the league. Nathan was in second place both years in a row. Tough luck for him. And Roberts was in there. I was in seventh place last year. All right, let's go to Delta. Now, finally, Jesus Freaks crossover. Good one. Good matchup again this week. I'm playing. It seems like every one of my teams, I'm playing a team that has never won. So if I don't win against them, there's sadness in my on my sidelines. All right, Globetrotters, Pray for Israel, Horn Rates, Celtics, and I'm here lowballing it on the 10th place. Not too good. So hopefully that's gonna change. But the way these points are going in my favor, if I don't beat number 11, that's pretty sad if I don't beat 11. Chris and Philadelphia are the bottom 2 teams. What's Philadelphia going to do? They're going to lose. Okay. So I can't not lose this one. Who do I play next week? In Jesus' name. So I got my work cut out for me. And okay, I forgot about this one here. All right. God Chaser Sports, here we go. I could win this matchup, which is good. Get me out of the basement. Let's see. Kawhi of the Tiger, Chief, Armads, Westbrook. They're all running it right now. And they got some points to prove it. Horn Rates is right behind them. And I'm right smack in the middle of nothing. So lots of work to do. Got to do some catch up here. I got to do some ketchup and mustard. Got Chaser Sports. All right, so that's it for now. That's the fantasy leagues. There you go, fantasy leagues for God Chaser Sports. New generation. And once again, thanks for listening and watching. Hey, I'm going to be coming back maybe once a month to try to recap things. Definitely, I'll recap after football and when baseball starts kicking up again for the drafting. So just be prepared. January and February ramps up football, and then starts up baseball. Plus the tournament, basketball tournament comes up in March, March Madness. So thanks for listening and watching. Sean Patrick Green, also known as Fudge, going here, going there, going about. God Chaser Sports. Thank you, buddy.